Right, here we are back on Bus Simulator 2018. It's been a while since I've been in this, and I've still got the same problem I had a while back. There's a couple of problems in this game that one of the major ones that I reported to them on their forum is still there. So I'll show you that in a second or two. But this is also a little video uh, about the map DLC that just came out the other week there. And this is the original map here. All of this area here is all your original map that you start with. Those roads there don't go anywhere, you don't drive on them. But the new part of the map is down here. All of this section here, over to here, is all the new area of the map. Now, one bit of advice and a word of warning, I'll show you where I've got to. I'm at level 26. I've had this current objective for goodness knows how long. I've tried a lot of ways to actually get this objective complete. Now it says own 10 routes from the central bus station which use drivers to generate income. Now I have reset all my routes, and I have got 10 bus drivers on 10 routes from the central bus station, and I have driven them all, and I haven't driven them all cleanly, which might be the problem, and I also haven't driven them all in a round trip mode. I've done the first I think it's the first two that I've done in round trip mode, and I'm going to do the third one at some other time. But I'm going to show you the issue you'll have if you get the map DLC and you're not at a high level, or you haven't got this far in the objectives and completed that one, because I think once you complete that one, or there might be another one after it, you still won't be able to get onto this new part of the map. At least that's what I've discovered. So the one way of doing it, I'll show you, just in case you're wondering. If you pick one of your routes, and we'll pick the central bus station one, that main station route. If you click start, and you look at your options on the drive settings, I'm using the Xbox controller because I prefer that much better to the steering wheel in this game. Main problem I've got is sitting back, I can't read the text on the screen. Especially the actual GPS system, it's far too small, the text is too small. Anyway, if you look at the environment settings, you don't need to touch any of them. But the one thing that you need to do is to choose free roam. Now, if you look at that, it says start a free roam drive at the first stop of this route. So if you click on, that blanks out everything else, and you hit start trip. The other problem that they have on this, for free roaming, they don't have waypoint markers that you can put on the route to create your own little free roam drive. You can drive free roam on this particular route, but that's not what you're wanting to do. What you're wanting to do is to go onto the new part of the map to have a look around it. And so the problem you have is having to constantly check the map to actually see where you're going. I'll show you the problem that I reported a while ago, and I'm sure other people reported the same problem trying to get this thing to work. Well, that's a good start. I'm walking up here to interact with this and it's not working. Let's see if we can open my bus doors. Well, that's a weird... There's another bug. Using the Xbox controller, you can normally walk up and hit your A button, and it will open the door. But it's not doing anything there. Definitely not. That is a bug. Yep, it's definitely a little bug. So what we're going to do is, this is good how this happens when you're actually in the middle of recording this, so I'm going to abort the trip, say yes to that, and start the trip again and see if that fixes it. We'll leave it on the free roam option, of course. Go to start trip, and I've got it started so that you're started in the actual garage and you have to drive to the bus stop. So let's try it again. Right, that was a bug, so it's now working. So there's various bugs still in this game. They're bringing out map DLCs before they've fixed a lot of the sort of issues that are in it that are rather annoying. Apart from that, it's a good little game, and it's much better driving with the Xbox controller for me. I don't know why, because this game doesn't seem to really like my Logitech driving force, plus the fact I don't want to spend all the time configuring the wheel either. It's too bloody monotonous. Right, so, and the other thing is that I've sort of more or less got this off pat as far as the controls for the Xbox controller go. Right, I think what we need to do is start the bus. I think that's us, and put on the, not that we're going to have any passengers, but put on the lights. Right, so and I think we need to take the brake off as well. So we're now started. We're not going to any particular stop, but what we're going to try and do is find our way down to this new part of the map, the DLC. So we'll stop here, we'll have a look at the map, and we'll see where we are. So we're coming out of the garage, and we need to zoom in. And so we go, well, we can go right, go down there, and find our way down here to Westfield, and then head on down to this part of the world. We're going to have to constantly check the map just to get my bearings where I'm going. Right, so and like I say, if you haven't completed a certain amount of objectives like I haven't, you won't be able to access that part of the map. I'm just going to obey the rules of the road. Right, I'm going to go right. Now you see, when you actually bring up the map, you look and see the bus is actually still travelling behind the map. It doesn't lock the bus, and that's one of the big problems that they have with this game. They should have the game paused automatically. I'm going the actual wrong bloody direction. They should have it paused automatically to prevent you crashing into things, and time again I do that. I don't always check the map when I'm at a bus stop. I check the map while I'm en route, because I want to see exactly where the hell am I going. I want to see exactly whether I'm going to miss a turn or not, because that little GPS map and the little arrow is sometimes a bit confusing when you're sitting back from it. Right, I'm going to go that way. If I went right, yeah, I think right's better. I don't want to break any red lights in case I get a fine. I don't know whether you do get them in free roam. I'm not going to test it out. Well, you know you're heading in more or less the right direction when you see the mountains. Oh, I was meant to be zooming out there. Keep doing that and pressing the horn, because it's on both left and right thumbstick, your zoom and your horn. on the Xbox controller. Right. So I'm going to have to stop the bus again to bring up this map. So stop here, bring up the map. See, I'm still travelling. Right, and if we keep going straight on, we're actually going a roundabout way for a shortcut. Straight on. Yeah. This is why this game is so frustrating. It's a good little bus driving game compared to some of the ones that's out there. I've tried that Bus Driver Simulator, which is a Russian, I think is a Russian made game or a German made game, and it's on it's on early access on Steam, and my goodness, it's only got about 4 routes on it, and it's really clunky and it needs a lot of work on it. It's nothing compared to this, and anybody that tells you different's lying. Right now, so if we go left, that should take us out onto that main road. It's like a rat's maze, this. Right, I think we're okay before we crash into something. Now there's a road map out for this game, which is on, I think, if you go onto Bus Simulator in Steam, you'll be able to get a link on there that'll take you to the road map that tells you what they're planning to do with the game. One thing they're planning to do, which it might seem trivial, this guy's not going to let us out, it might seem trivial, but at a later date they're going to allow you to drive with the potholes on or with them off. The potholes are bloody annoying as well. Right, now, quick look at the map while we're sitting here. So if we go round a roundabout, that should then, out the second exit, that should then take us down into the new part of the map. Well, almost. We're going down there and then down here, but that's the Westfield district of the old part of the map, Westfield and Steinbeck. Once we get down here, we turn right and that takes us on to the new part. Right, so let's see if we've got this right. Getting any acknowledgement noises whether you're signalling or not, so it must not matter when you're in free roam. If it makes that noise when you run over a pothole as well.
Next stop, Central Bus Station.
Yeah, it's telling us to go to Central Bus Station, so just ignore that. Right, the potholes, well, you get a reaction from the suspension, but you don't get fined, which is good. Right, so keep going. Now on the GPS, fly over that. On the GPS we can see that road that curves away down to the bottom right. That's the way we're going to go. I don't think I've driven in that part of it. I just had a quick look at this new part of the map once I discovered that you can't access it from in the game. You have to have completed, for some people, maybe a lot more objectives than I've actually completed in order to get to that part of the map, which is a bit frustrating. But then again, the good part about it is it means that you should work on the objectives, but it's frustrating for me because I've got that last objective and I've tried 2 or 3 different ways of doing things on each route, and I still haven't cleared it yet, so it's really annoying. And I can't find anything on YouTube to actually give me any help, which is even more annoying. Right, so again, we'll stop here. Now I'm going to go into third person. I don't know if I can read that sign. No, I can't. Let's move up a bit. But I'll tell you what I'll do. You know what I'm going to do? In order to read that sign, I'm going to get out of the bloody bus. In fact, I better open the doors first before I get out. That might be a better idea. That's what we'll do. Because we're in free roam, we can do that. Right, let's get out. I want to look at that sign. What does that say? Steinbeck is where we would normally go. Harbour is straight ahead as well. And then Kerstadt is the new part of the map. So we're going right into the sea. Shut the doors. And head round here. Right, so we'll take our time having a little look round here. One of the trips I did, a car was overtaking me on one of the roads out in the country, and he then decided, because I was speeding up, that he couldn't overtake me, so he promptly then turned right and drove into the side of the bus, thereby giving me a fine again, which is stupid. So again, there's some careless AI still in this game as well. But graphic wise, it's not too bad. It's a little bit choppy now and again still. I mean, this is, I've got everything running on full blast, and it should run good. So we're into a sort of well, there's hills and mountains round about us. Pine forest. Take our time, have a little look. Right, there's decided I'm going too slow. Now there's nothing in front of us at the moment. You press to bring up the map, you're looking at the map quite happy. Any other game, the game pauses. This one doesn't. So you end up crashing into a barrier or a car in front of you, and that is. Well, now here's a Joker about to do the same thing there. I mean, I like this little game. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't like the annoying little bugs and fixes that need put right on it. Now, what's that in there? The other good thing I like about this is the fact, in fact, I've never been up that road. Let's go right. I like the fact that you can jump out the bus, and if you want to, you can go for a wander. A little bus shelter there. Oh, there's two people sitting there. Well, at least two. There might be a third one. Let's have a look. Oh, there's two. Grain silos.
Next stop, Central Bus Station.
When you're on a free roam, if you don't go to the central bus station, it'll keep a lot of people tramping around the hills here. That's a bit careless. if you don't, I don't know whether you have to go to the central bus station to stop her from announcing it every time, but I won't be bothering. Well, this twists up into the hills here, it looks like. Yeah, if anybody sees this video, there we go, he's done it again, that's annoying. And you know how to do those 10 objectives and do them the correct way with your 10 drivers from the central bus station, please let me know in the comments, because I am stumped. I mean, if it's just a simple case of driving a route and keeping it clean, how clean does it have to be? Because I mean, half the time I keep running over potholes and stuff like that. On another twisty section. What the hell is that? Oh, I've got to get out and see that. We'll hold the traffic up. Let's have a little look. I went out again, I forgot to open the bloody doors. Right. Let's have a jog over here. Just a pity I can't get in here, can I? What is that? Is that shields or something, or is it flowers? Can't work out what that is on the front of the building. Is it meant to be flowers? Well, there's somebody sitting in the steps. And what the hell is that over there? I think that's supposed to be flowers. Will run me down. Oh yes, they will. They'll stop to avoid me. Right, so now that road, if we go that road, that takes us back down, but so we'll go further on up around this next big loop. And then presumably that big town is Kerstadt that's on the map. Well, there's a little footpath there as well. Let's have a little look in there. Ah, we can at least, well, hopefully go up here. Hopefully it isn't got a hidden wall. Good morning. Oh, now that would be handy, getting on the bike to do a bit of sightseeing around this new part of the map. Oh, now he's got a funny gate. That's sort of like a canter. Now what's over here? Probably be on a dead end. Oh no, that's the road down there. Right. Well, that bin needs to go out tomorrow. Why is it sitting next to the house? What does that say there? I can almost thought I could read that there. Right. And what have we got here? A nice little sort of a little, I don't know what you'd call this. What is it? It's not a church. Or if it is, it's one of the smallest in the world. I mean, the foliage looks nice as well. You've got it fluttering around with the wind. I suppose it depends how good a PC you've got as to whether these things will show, but I mean, that all looks nice. There we go. How far can we drive off-road on this? I won't risk it. Oh, there's somebody having a wander. Another. A lot of people here don't seem to want buses, they just seem to want to walk in the hillside. Right, so we're going up round this loop. Yes, I'll let you cross. I won't let you cross. I'm heading out. What's he got on? A bloody
Next
skeleton
stop,
suit.
Central Bus Station.
It's a skeleton costume. Now, can I get in there? I want to have a little wander down there. We'll make sure it's safe to park the bus here. Open the doors before I get out the driver's seat. Oh shit. I thought I could get in there. That's annoying. Suppose I could crash the bus into the fence and try and break the fence. No, it's not going to allow us in there. That is a dirty move, that. Right. Right, so we'll have a quick look at the map now that we've actually stopped. So this is all the new section. And we'll keep going round this road here. In fact, tell a lie, that's Kerstadt. That's Kerstadt there. That's the bigger town. What the hell's the name of this place? Sonstein. I never even seen that in the road signs. Anyway, we're going to head in there first of all, and then we'll finish over in Kerstadt and have a little drive around in there. I don't know what this is here, but we might have a little detour in there as well. Now, so we keep heading along this road that we're on, and that will take us into Sonstein. Right. So it adds, you know, a fair bit more roads. Therefore, once you get into this section of the map, you're going to have longer routes. Well, this sort of tunnel is that's to help the avalanches miss the vehicles, I believe. I think that's why they're designed like that. So that any avalanches slide straight across the roof of this rather than blocking the road. And it's just a pity they don't have a winter mode in this game as well. You can choose to drive in sunny weather or you know, rainy and sunny or rain, but I just find the rain seems to rain in slow motion. The road down there, the road that we just came along. And hear a dog barking as well. We've been all over the place trying to spot things here. Very nice looking, I have to say. I've seen worse graphics in a lot of games compared to what I've seen in this. It's just a little bit of optimization and bug fixing that they need to keep working on. But nobody has brought out a decent map at all on Steam. There's no, in Steam Workshop there are no good map add-ons. There was one initially, I think, that was like a test map. Right, this will be Sonstein. Right, we'll head in here. Or Sonstein, Sonestein. Well, this looks very nice. Nice little suburban village in the country, whatever we want to describe it as. Ah, right, so now I can get a closer look at what those things were on those buildings. It's actually flowers. I've done it again, jumped out of the bloody seat without opening the door. Right. Yes, it's flowers. Pink bike there again. The only clue is it's a female, a lady's bike, and they have much better quality bins out this part of the town. Oh, there's an ordinary bin there. That'll be for all their wine bottles and beer bottles. What we got out back? Oh, well, I mean, you've got to tell me this isn't the one residence. Look at the amount of bloody cars. Is this some sort of hotel? Doesn't have any name on it. Or is that all the residents' cars in the back of those houses there? I like the cobbles. Or the paving, and that isn't cobbles. Right. Now that road there, let's have another look at the map. That road to our left there, let's have a look down here. It doesn't show that you can drive on it. So therefore, we'll have a little jog down it. Of course, the other reason for doing this as well is that you can have a look around and see that they've done a nice job of all the little assets and stuff that they've put into the map. I mean, all of this stuff here you're not going to see unless you get out of the bus. Simple as that. You're just going to be driving on the route. Good morning, or good afternoon. Look up here. Now they look as if they are sinking into the tarmac. I think they've had a hot summer here. If you look at those, they're sunk right into the paving. So if you want to be critical, a little bit of placement problem there. They just dropped them in too low. But once again, you're not going to see that from a bus out in the main road. A little tree house. Now, can we go in there? No, we can't. It won't let us in. Well, I'll say this for the people living in this part of the map. They are not poor. It looks as if there's a car for every member of the family. Even for those that aren't even aged to drive, I think they'll get a car. I mean, this is ridiculous, the amount of vehicles that are here. Right, we can't get out there. Look at this. Is there some sort of beer festival going on somewhere around here I don't know about? Oh, I better not waken her up. Right now, I'm totally lost. I've lost my bus. Another 2-car family. I think we're at a dead end here. Yeah, I don't think we're getting out here, folks. No, we're going to have to go back the way we came. But this is all very pretty looking, isn't it? Very pretty. Goodness me. Oh, a little bit of frame lag there. But how nice and sharp. I mean, if you compare that to some of the landscapes and mountains in the map mods in Eurotruck, that's the one thing I complain about the quality of the mountains and stuff. You look at the quality of that, that's much better compared to what I've seen in Eurotruck. Now, does that just happen when we jog over that drain? A little bit of pause. We've got our driver working up a sweat here, trying to find his bus. Excuse me, where's my bus? Alright. Excuse me, no. Nobody stops to talk to you. There it is. So this is the town, or I think it's a little bit bigger than a village. A little town called Sonnestein. And we will carry on, we're holding up traffic. But they're very patient, you don't hear any horns or nothing. Nobody shouting abuse at you. This brings back memories of the old mystery tours. Do they still do mystery tours on buses? Oh, that's what I meant to do. Hang on a sec. I'll open the window, a little bit more ambient sound of the traffic. Even the bus stops in this town are much better quality looking, so they are. Smoked glass in the top of the bus shelter. And this is a little busy town, look at the people all wandering around. Very nice. Now, I'm sorry, curiosity is going to get the better of me here, because that footpath is going somewhere and I'm going to find out. Let's have a look. Now, where's that going? Oh, would you believe it? It's up to another pile of cars. Look at that. That looks like a. No, I thought it was a Range Rover there. I don't think they've got any sort of discernible identification tags on them, obviously for copyright reasons. But there's a little hot hatchbacks there. And one of these nice little cabin type houses. Oh, there's a nice little fountain. Pity the fountain isn't working. The water looks, I mean, it looks like an ocean in the fountain, if you know what I mean, because the water, the scale of the water's a bit too big for that. But once again, you're not going to see that in the bus. Right, so I thought those footpaths were going to go somewhere out into the mountains there. Again, just curiosity gets the better of me. I think this is pretty much standard for these. Yeah, I think they're all pretty much standard, all going to be the same thing. Let's head back. Oh, another big lag. And another one. How many cars and trucks and stuff? Oh, that's not bad. There's a line of local residents heading towards us. Look like zombies. Right. Quick study of the map while we're stopped. So we're about to leave Sonnestein and we'll head along and down. I'm curious to find out what this bit is here. There's nothing to identify what it is. So, and again, these red areas, these are buildings, so we'll find out what this is down here. So we're heading down. Right. We're leaving Sonnestein. Oh, that was a big collision. Oh, ho, ho. I think you came off worse, buddy, because I'm still on my side of the road. I think you were overdoing it with the speed there, my friend, and I don't think I don't think you'll be getting to your destination. Oh, we've got 3 green vehicles in a row. Now, I wonder how long that road will stay blocked for. I don't want to hang around to find out, because he somehow needs a little bit of help to get his vehicle back in its 4 wheels. It's getting a bit choppy here. Choppy. You know what I'm going to be doing next? I have to go up here to find out what's up here. Yeah, you're still getting these big jumps. Well, at least there's people up here. This probably just goes round in a loop. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, that'll be blocked off up there. In fact, I'm not going up there, that's too far. In fact, I should have taken the bus. That'd probably been a better idea. I think that probably comes back down to the main road. We'll find out. We'll see if we can get the bus up this road, or this track. smashing out the way. Now I like how it went to black and white there, so that's no, I think no, that's the problem. We're grounded. Now reset it back to the road. Where did it put us? Oh, just beyond that part. Well, that's okay. Right, so we've learned that we can't go up that hill. Now what is that? A donkey or a sheep? Or a goat? I think it's a goat. What the hell is this here? Am I hearing cowbells? Oh, that goat's grazing there, that one. And now this looks like a vineyard. We'll guess it's a vineyard. Right, quick look at the map, because we have a right turn here. And yeah, that's the one we want to go on. Without crashing into it. Again, looking at the map without stopping the bus, you're going to have an accident again, just like I have. We're going to make it. See how they bounce off your bus. That's another thing we could work on, the physics in terms of collisions. Desperate to go up there to find out what's up there. Looks like a big industrial centre. Oh no, tell a lie. No, it is. I think it's the airport. Ah, now what's happened there? I've grounded out. No, I hit that barrier, that post. Too busy looking ahead. I'm not paying attention to what's in front of me again. Yeah, that might be. I've done it again. It might be the airport. It's hard to say. There may well be may not be a bus stop up here, although it doesn't show obviously in the map. Yeah, I can hear aeroplanes now. There's an aeroplane overhead, a shadow of one. Have a look in here. Knock down that sign again while I'm at it. Sort of driving with one eye and looking at all the scenery with the other eye. The billboards. We've got the single road into the premises. People wandering about. Now, this is all obviously greyed out the map because it's car park, but The actual rest of the airport's in there. There's the plane taking off. So the airport is in there, but you can't get in there. So there just has to be a bus stop up here somewhere. Let's drive in here. I haven't spotted one yet. There. What the hell is that? Is it a statue? Ah, there we go. Please stop at platform 5. What do we think we've finished the trip? That's a weird pop-up. Right, so there's one bus stop there. One there, so that's number 2. And number 3. You get 3 stops all one after the other. Right then, so that is the airport. Quick look at the map, quick look back, we're still moving. Right, so we've had a look in to, where's my cursor going to? There it is, right, so that's, we've now established is the airport with no label on it to say that it's the airport. So we'll then, I mean, we could obviously drive up that road there and whatever, but that's all looks like open countryside. We'll head into Kerstad and we'll finish it there, and that'll be our, well, rather longer than quick look at this new part of the map. But I keep reminding you, if you get this DLC, the only way you're going to be able to check this part of the map is by doing what I'm doing. If you don't have a high enough level and you haven't completed the vast majority of the objectives that should allow you to open up this part of the map. And at the moment it's still not available for myself. I'm at level 26 with one main objective still to complete, which is frustrating me. I think it's because we're heading more or less back towards where we came from. This stop at platform 5 is popping up. It won't matter. We're just going to quit the game when we get to that town. Kerstad up ahead, Sonnestein, that takes us back to where we've been, and Westfield takes us back to the old part of the map, so this is why we just need to keep going straight on. Kerstad in there to the right, and just see some of the buildings train, which we're going to have to slow down for. Right, so when we get in here, we'll turn right and we'll do the outside loop of the town. Looks like we should be able to do. Stops left and right side of the road. We'll go right here. This will take us in the outside loop of the town. The orbital road, as we'll call it. So far it's predominantly residential there. I suppose we could go down there and stay in the outside loop. Looks like right down at the shore. We'll have a look down there, and that might be where we'll finish up if it's nice looking. We'll finish the little video there. Let's have a look and see if we can get down here. What the hell is that? Just a pedestrian walkway? No, it's a pipe. Is it a walkway? Can't work out what that is. No, it's definitely not a walkway, it's pipes. I've crashed into the bloody barrier. I went off the road. Yes, I am stuck. Right. Quick bailout job again. Well, you don't want me as your bus driver on a sightseeing tour because it could lead to disaster. Now, where's that? Return to the street. Yes, we do. That's good. Now, are we going to get a nice view down here? All of a sudden, the water has just appeared. Well, that looks nice. And you get the clouds reflecting on the sea. The sea's like a mill pond. So, this is like the little coastal road. I've seen none of this. I'm seeing this for the first time, same as anybody watching this. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what's coming up. That looks very nice. Just a pity. The only thing that's missing is there's nothing out there. You know, like a boat, a fishing boat, or a little cruise ship or something. A little finishing touch. That's prime real estate there on the left hand side there. Yeah, I like the water effects there. That's quite cool looking. I had to sort of hang up there to see what that was, whether it's a rail line or a road. Right, so we're heading right again. This is the outside loop of the town. Right round the outskirts of it, of Kerkstad. Now what's this here? Zunisha super cheap. Car showroom, is it? I'm guessing that's what it is. I don't know whether it's, it might be a little retail store or something. It's a wee bit choppy with all the stuff that's going on here. Like the big, crashed into that car. That looks like the big, and crashed into that van behind me. It looks like the sort of main town hall, that big red building over there. So it's a central position. I presume that's what it's meant to be. Could be a library, could be a museum, but it's big enough to be like a town hall. I can hear wood pigeons. Amongst other flying animals. Right. I think this takes us back down onto the main route to where the hell is it? Aye, it is. That would take us back down into the normal area of the map, or the original area of the map. So that is us pretty much seeing a whole loop round of the new DLC map for Bus Simulator 2018. Oh, we've got a little bit more of the coast. But as I say, be warned. Don't get it and think you're going to be driving buses all around it and setting your routes all through it. You're going to have to work a lot harder to get there, as I will. So this road here is a road that was always cut off. You couldn't drive on from the south side. Now been opened up with a new part of the map. It takes us along the coast. Trying not to crash into anything while I'm looking around as usual. Now we're almost back on familiar territory here. that is us, I think. Let's just stop there, have a look at the map, and we'll see that we are heading towards the oil harbour on the right hand side there, or port, the industrial zone. The oil harbour's down there, but that is us now on the original map. So we've had a trip around the DLC map. This looks as if it could extend even further down there if they brought out another one at some point in the future, but as I say, and I keep reminding, don't get the DLC and expect to be driving on it straight away. Planning new routes, you will only do that by getting all your objectives, and it might take a bit of patience, but you can do it in free roam. So we will see you again sometime, no doubt.